Hello, and welcome to Around the Political World with John Rothman. I am your host, John Rothman. If you're a fan of the show, make sure to hit the follow button on the top right of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you are listening at this very moment. When you hit follow, leave a review or share an episode with a friend. It helps other people discover the show, keeps us going. As I like to point out each and every day, it expands our base. Donald Trump arrived in Washington this morning for his meeting with Joe Biden. He brought with him Elon Musk. But more than that, Donald Trump brought with him a determination to succeed in this, his second presidential term. Make no mistake, this is not the same Donald Trump who arrived in Washington 8 years ago. This is a Donald Trump who understands Washington and is determined to reshape the government in his image. Donald Trump knows where the levers of power are found, and he intends to play them. There is no doubt that his intention was established when he named Ramaswamy and Musk to serve as a new committee, the Department of Government Efficiency. And the goal here is to reshape the government. It is to reshape the government into a more efficient tool. And make no mistake, he is going to do just that. Donald Trump is placing people in positions of power for whom he has long-standing respect, and that is also important. The fact that Pete Hegseth is going to be the Secretary of Defense is important. Hegseth is more than just a Fox News host. He is a man with a military background and a man who Donald Trump trusts implicitly. Hegseth was in the Army National Guard and served tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan. And so Donald Trump has in the Defense Department somebody he believes he can trust. His Secretary of State designate almost certainly will be Marco Rubio, another powerful force who has vast experience in the arena of foreign policy and defense policy. And there seems little doubt that Donald Trump will continue to assert his influence, especially the Warrior Board, a new group which is designed to weed out 3- and 4-star generals who Donald Trump believes, are not fit for service. And so we are going to witness a revolution in Washington. Make no mistake, whether you voted for Trump or against Trump, his decisions in the next few days will be critical. There is another element here which needs to be described, and that is the announcement that Jack Smith, the special prosecutor, will resign. He will leave office, and he will not have to be fired by Donald Trump. He is going to write a report, and there is no doubt that report will be a scathing report on Donald Trump and all of the events surrounding January 6th. Will it matter? That's the question. And the answer is, at this point, probably not. There will be no further investigation, no further commentary, and frankly, there is a view abroad that we will simply turn the page on what happened then and focus our attention on now. That makes perfect sense to those who support Donald Trump. And so we await what is going to happen. We know that there will be roundups. Stephen Miller, who will now be Deputy White House Chief of Staff, has said clearly, America is for Americans and Americans only. And that is going to be an interesting theme as well. I must say a word about Israel and the Middle East. There is no doubt that what Donald Trump is doing is reshaping American policy toward Israel. And let's be clear, the decision to name former governor of Arkansas, Mike Huckabee, as the American ambassador to Israel signals a new shift in policy. There will be no ambiguity about American support for Israel. Mike Huckabee, a staunch Christian Zionist, has proclaimed his support for Israel for years. And he will be joined in his decisions, in his work, by a new Secretary of Defense. And there is no doubt again that when you deal with Fox News host Pete Hegseth, who we have talked about, another staunch pro-Israel supporter. And so we are going to see Steve Witkoff, another old friend of Donald Trump's, no diplomatic experience, but a man who will be special envoy to the Middle East, a man again with impeccable pro-Israel credentials. What this means is that America is taking a decisive turn. That turn will be in support of the policies of the Netanyahu administration in Israel. This is going to be a very significant moment for the Israelis. We don't yet know what the positions will be relative to Ukraine. There is still active discussion going on. But we do know that Marco Rubio has favored aid to Ukraine, which may put him at loggerheads with the new vice president of the United States, J.D. Vance. But this is something the administration will have to sort out. The bottom line in this discussion that we are having now is this. Donald Trump is not the same Donald Trump from 8 years ago. Donald Trump is a man who is determined, who knows what he wants to accomplish. He knows he has 4 years to accomplish it. Once he takes the oath of office, he will be a lame duck, and he intends to assert every sense of power that he can. And so we wait. Here in Washington, there is no doubt that Donald Trump today will meet with the House leadership, the Senate leadership. He is determined to line up his ducks, if you will, his troops, to make sure that he has an effective, powerful administration. So we wait. We wait to see what the impact will be. But make no mistake, they talked many years ago about the Reagan Revolution. No. The Reagan Revolution was nothing compared to what we now know will be the Trump Revolution, and it is something we will watch with great care. I am John Rothman. Make sure to follow along and let me know your thoughts on the show by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts and sharing an episode with a friend or colleague so we can continue to grow and expand. And of course, you can interact with me on Facebook and on LinkedIn. I want to say a special word of thanks to the wonderful producer of this program, Gogo Zoger. She makes sure we're up and running every day, and believe me when I say this, in these exciting times, there is no place we would rather be than right here with you on Around the Political World with John Rothman. See you tomorrow.